Welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh. I wanted to kind of, again, thank all of you for all of your support. Sometimes I laugh at some of the comments. And this is part of the beauty of being a reactor and interacting with people all over the world, is you have, people that put, humorous stuff, sometimes not the most complimentary in some cases. One person said, "Hey, you need to eat less." So I was like, okay, thanks for that. But other people are like, "Are you sick? You need to drink a cup of coffee before you do your reaction." So I'm taking the hint there that I need to have more energy in my reactions. I will say that, as I mentioned, I think before, I do some of my reactions late at night because there's no sound and the family's asleep, and so I can kind of have that time to do the reaction. And because of that, after having a long day, sometimes maybe my energy level is not where it needs to be, so I need to drink a soda or something, right? But I'm doing this reaction a little bit earlier tonight, and I'm also doing Uptown Funk, because I feel like that is one that I think maybe someone mentioned actually that will help me to get a little more pep in my step and have a little fun with this reaction. So I'm going to jump right into that, and what I'm going to do for this weekend is to kind of give you all a special thank you for all your support, is do 2 Dimash reactions that I'm going to try to get out tomorrow, being Friday my time. So you have 2 Dimash reactions for the weekend. So Uptown Funk and then Give Me Love. I'm planning on doing both of those. So, and I have a special treat planned for Give Me Love, because it is the final video in the Singer series, that part of Dimash's life and his beginnings there in letting himself be discovered by the world and all of that. So watch for that. But again, appreciate all your support, and if you haven't already, click on the subscribe and the notifications so that you're notified of any new reactions coming up. And let's dive right in. I also want to give a special shout out to the Deutschland fan club channel. So several of the full versions of the Singer performances with the English subtitles I've gotten from their website. So I want to give them a special shout out for providing those, because they've been very helpful. And I know a lot of you have said you really enjoyed having the beginning part before the song and then also the after part, to see kind of the interactions, and of course the special moment with Dimash and Kanat, his father there. So appreciate what they do. So I do have the closed captions turned on. So I did have a request from one of you that during the part where they're talking and the subtitles are coming up, that I read that out loud. Because then what happens is, when the subtitles are auto-generated for my post, they get translated, so that way all of you can know what they're saying, because it's hard to read the subtitles from my smaller screen from your perspective, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I might pause it so I can make sure to read those. So appreciate your patience with that, but I think it'll kind of help with the experience. I'm a pretty fast reader, so hopefully I can just read those as we go, but I might need to pause and go back or something. So thank you for your patience.
大家好，
Good
我
evening.
是
I am the
音乐
music
合伙
manager,
人阿来。
Alai.
这周啊，我的歌手
This week you will see a different
要
side of
画风突
Dimash.
变了。他竟然选了一首
The song he chose is a
完全和
completely
以
different
前
style
演
from
唱风格
previous
不一
ones
样
he's
的
sang
歌曲，
before.
来自火星哥
It is a
Bruno
song by
Mars。
Bruno Mars.
我们有请迪玛希给大
Let's
家带
welcome
来
Dimash to bring us the song
Uptown
Uptown
Funk.
Funk.
嗨起来，嗨起来，嗨起来
Get high!
Funky 要来，终于有
Finally, some
funky
funky music.
你不是看到影子？
I can only see this figure. Hello.
是啊，这样看起来
Cool.
像10几岁
He
的样
looks
子。
like a teenager, 15. Wow. That, look at that. Look at these guys.
Come on, everybody, stand up, stand up, stand up!
Nice.
Big get their ice squad, Michelle fight for their white girl. Sis one for them good girls, said masterpieces. Styling, whining, living it up in this city. Good
Nice.
joys on with Salura, good kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. The gun and police and the fireman are too hot. Make a tag one retirement, too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, too hot. I'm a better but then my break it up. Girl City, hallelujah. Girl City, hallelujah.
Nice.
Girl City, hallelujah. Cause I'm the one gonna give it to ya. Cause I'm the one gonna give it to ya.
He is going for
Don't
it.
believe me, just once. Don't believe me, just once.
One of the things that caused me to like want to, react to this was some of you said it's a song where he performed where he just let loose and just got the crowd going and high energy and just had a lot of fun. And so it's if for no other reason, I'm glad I'm watching it because I do see that that's what's going on here. He really is. He's getting the crowd into it, and that I have high respect for performers that do that much calisthenics on the stage and still are able to maintain, the vocal quality and the support they need when they're singing. Because I've shown up for performances where like we were supposed to sing as a quartet, for instance, and I'd be on the run, like getting there late from work or whatever, and so I was winded. And it took me a little while just to kind of, catch my breath and get in a place where I could go out there and sing and not be winded, right? So, yeah, you got to be in good shape. Those boy bands and stuff like that, you can give them a hard time, but those guys are in shape to be able to go out there and do all their dance moves and still be able to sing and support. So props to Dimash on this. Let me go back just a little bit here.
Cause I'm the one gonna give it to ya.
Look at that.
Don't believe me, just once. Don't believe me, just once. Don't believe me, just once.
These guys are dancing.
Great, thank you. Yeah. Feel my God, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, start each up. Pull it up, get the stage. Down to Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If show up, we gon' show up. Sponsors in the pressure, skip it. Too hot. Get an air police and the fireman. Too hot. Make a dog one to retirement. Too hot. You know who I am to God. I'm a bad boy, said money, pick it up. Go sweet, hallelujah. Go sweet, hallelujah. Go sweet, hallelujah. Give up, don't want to give it up. Stop, don't want to give it up. Don't believe it, just watch.
You guys have said it before, but I'm really touched by how close the friendship is between all these competitors, right? They really are just buddies. And when I was doing my Opera 2 reaction, I think I mentioned it, but it's like, that was like 2 performances into the competition, and they were already hitting it off, buddies, cheering each other on, and into Dimash's songs and stuff. So, and it sounds like he's maintained friendships with a lot of these competitors through the course of his career. And what I'd like to do is go back at some point and, watch some of the other performances from the singer, and some of you have recommended that as well, just to see, because I feel like I've kind of gotten to know some of these individuals a little bit through the course of watching Dimash's performances. So I'd like to go back and see them perform, Lion and some of these other groups and individuals. The winner, Sandy Lamb, I believe is her name. So yeah, I'd love to go back and watch some of their performances, after the fact. So let's go back just a little bit here. We don't want to miss any of Dimash's dancing here.
Go sweet, hallelujah. Go sweet, hallelujah. Give up, don't want to give it up. Stop, don't want to give it up. Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch.
He's getting a workout.
Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch.
Nice.
Follow me, follow me. Digging uptown, funky pop, uptown, funky pop, uptown,
Nice.
funky pop, uptown, funky pop. Yeah, uptown, funky pop, uptown, funky pop, uptown, funky pop, uptown, funky pop.
Wow.
Dancing.
He's dancing.
Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe it, just watch.
See if he goes for it right here.
Don't believe it, just watch.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, looks like we're closing in on the end, if he's gonna do something where he does, goes super high, or does some run up above in his upper head voice or something like that. So far it's been just, he's done some high stuff, but he hasn't really shown off or gone up into his upper range yet that much. Let's go back just a second.
Don't believe it, just watch.
There we go. Wow. You got a workout. Nice.
Wow, 帅！
Cool.
神来一笔啊！
Amazing ending. That is the charisma of funk music.
Maestro, thank you, thank you,
Thank you, Maestro. Thank you,
Thank you.
friends. Thank you.
掌声送给迪玛希。
Let's put our hands together to thank Dimash.
没有他不能唱的歌。
There isn't a song that he can't sing, and he is good in every
最可爱的
language.
是他的
The
整个
cutest
身体
thing is that his whole body is in the sweater.
这个开场很好玩。
This opening is fun.
下次一定要唱跳结合。
Let's mix singing and dancing next time to lift
有
everyone's
沙戏
spirits.
才说。
If there is a next time, there would be. Uptown Funk You Up.
咋这么紧张？
Why am I so
紧张到
nervous?
哭。
My tears are welling up.
我好久都没有这么紧张
Have some
过。
water. I haven't felt that nervous. Okay. So that's what we got with the. So that was interesting. Yeah, that was awesome. I think, like you all said, I mean, I kind of had that expectation going in that this wasn't going to be some kind of, you know, a vocal masterpiece where he really showed off, and, like a diva dance type thing, but it was going to be more fun and him just getting the crowd going. So I went in with that expectation, and I wasn't disappointed. He did a fantastic job, and it showed a lot of his ability to perform and to get the crowd into it, and to really stretch himself and do something different, because this is outside of his comfort zone for sure from some of the other songs that he's done. So yeah, that was cool to see that. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this one short. Like I said, I'm going to do Give Me Love, and I'll post that one along with this one tomorrow, my time, Friday. And so I hope you all enjoy that. So I just finished watching my recording of Uptown Funk. I'm getting ready to render it. And there are issues, video issues with the recording. So very frustrating. I've been working on different technical difficulties that I've been having with my setup. The main problem is I don't have a robust enough setup to handle the recording requirements for what I'm doing. So I'm hoping to get an upgrade soon to my computer system, and that will make my recording quality substantially better. But I just wanted to apologize for when it freezes, when the video frame freezes and the audio continues and things like that. Trust me, it's very frustrating for me to have that moment stolen away from me, and from you, of course. So I am working on that. Appreciate your patience, but again, I apologize. More other reactions coming on my channel. I'm getting ready to post the Hua Chenyu reaction, first time reaction to Child. That's the one that I chose to start with. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. So I'll post that one, and then I have some more coming as well. I'm gonna do another Angelina, and then another Deanna as well, hopefully this weekend. Along with some others from those of you that are fans of like Pentatonix, Voctave, Home Free, those guys. I'm gonna do a couple from that group as well. Anyway, thank you very much for your support, and take care.